In the words of John D. Rockefeller, I do not think that there is any other quality so essential to success as perseverance. Often we are faced with challenges that require determination, motivation, and self-discipline. The way we react to these challenges are what define who we are. I encourage you to persevere when life gets difficult. My personal experience proves that perseverance is what I need to succeed. One experience I have had with perseverance is when I transferred schools. When I transferred schools, I noticed that I was not fitting in well and that I wasn't used to a school with such a fast pace. But after a while, I began to adjust more. I found a way to succeed in my classes. This change taught me that if I was willing to put out the effort, I could succeed in anything. Another time I have persevered is when I began playing soccer competitively. When I joined the select soccer team, I noticed that a lot of my time was being taken up by the games and the practices. It was beginning to conflict with the time I needed to focus on school. I decided to devise a plan that would help me manage my time. I now do schoolwork the 2 hours I have before soccer practice, and I have an agreement with my coach that allows me to leave early if I have an important academic commitment. Based on my personal experience, perseverance is essential to your student life. When I asked James Coman, a senior at the Oak Ridge School, how perseverance affects his student life, he told me that it makes him more driven and more future-centric. I could definitely relate to James because drive has enabled me to achieve my long-term goals as well. Perseverance affects not only your student life, but your career as well. Perseverance shows people that you're a hard worker and that you will not give up even when you are faced with difficult tasks. Perseverance has affected many people's careers, such as a multitude of famous people. The two most well-known names on this list are Albert Einstein and Walt Disney. Tavisha Gold proclaims, "An editor once fired Walt Disney for being unimaginative." And although Einstein is the name we use to dub someone a genius, the future scientists' teachers called him mentally challenged. It's crazy to think that some of the most influential people of our time were cast down and rejected. If they had not persevered through the negativity, the world would be a different place. Perseverance is what you need to succeed. Therefore, many people might wonder how to persevere. According to a study by Angela Duckworth, those who persevere successfully are the ones who make it their choice to persevere. Duckworth argues that the individuals with the most grit are the ones that set challenging goals for themselves and still believe that they are feasible. The study also shows that those who do not catastrophize have the best luck persevering. Being able to maintain perseverance is vital to success in sports. Perseverance is the tool you need to get better. It is what allows you to achieve the goals you set out for yourself. It is also what gives you the drive to improve your skills. Sports are one aspect of my life that have shown me the benefits of perseverance. One major benefit that perseverance builds is the trust of other people. Perseverance shows people that you will not give up even when you are faced with obstacles. Susan Whitbourne declares, "It increases your sense of self-worth to take full ownership of the goals you set out to achieve. You accept that your destiny is in your own hands. Perseverance leads you to new discoveries, both about yourself and about the field of your endeavor." Although if you put out the effort, persevering is rather easy, there are still some hurdles. One hurdle that I think affects a lot of people is not being motivated enough. People often don't feel inspired enough to achieve their goals. Some people even feel cast down, so they do not reach their full potential. I also think some people don't believe they have enough skill to accomplish their goals. In the words of Maya Angelou, "You will face many defeats, but you must not be defeated. In fact, it may be necessary for you to encounter these defeats so that you can know who you are, what you can rise from, and how you can still come out of it." You can overcome your hurdles with perseverance. I have found that the solution to the innate lack of motivation is to keep the goal in mind. If you practice at something enough, you will get better at it. Another motivator for me is to simply think of why I started in the first place. Once you have overcome the hurdles of perseverance, there are so many things you can do. You can now conquer any obstacle you may encounter. You can reach your goals. You can even have success in your career and your student life. Perseverance is a race car charging through a race. Overcoming your obstacles is like weaving around the other cars. Winning the race would be like reaching the goal you set out for yourself. I encourage you to persevere across the finish line.